Good morning.
Hey! I greet Dale cheerfully as I enter the studio.
Oh, for now.
Oh boy.
Dale's expression looks like a mix of dread and annoyance.
What's wrong?
He forces a laugh and shakes his head.
Everything. Now, put on a good smile.
Oh! Is this Matthew's mom?
Ding ding ding!
How did I not guess his mom? That was literally one of the first things I said about him, was that the only two girls he could have known was us and his mom, and well, as it turned out, the other girl was his sister, not us, but how did I not think about this? Anyway, the door to the studio opens to reveal an elegant woman with a stern look on her face. Her gaze moves quickly and precisely across the studio as she examines everything. Things appear to be satisfactory until she lays her eyes on me.
Dale, who is this?
Madeline, this is Sean Gooden. She'll be the makeup artist for today.
Yeah. Madeline strides across the room with quick, precise steps. Her shoes tap against the hard floor in perfectly timed beats. I've seen that stride on a catwalk more than once. There's no doubt she's had an extensive experience as a model.
How old are you? Where did you train? What are your credits?
I'm 18. I trained under my mom.
Dale.
Dale tightens his fists, but he responds in a curt, professional voice.
Her work speaks for itself.
I don't want some child who learned how to put on makeup from her mommy. This isn't prom night.
I step towards Madeline and look her in the eye.
I also worked as assistant makeup artist on the Ancient World movie along with its sequel, Forbidden Island.
Madeline arches an eyebrow.
2 films?
And I recently did work on a pilot presentation for Lloyd Newton.
Take that!
Take that, bitch!
The atmosphere suddenly warms and Madeline's expression turns sweet.
That new show they're talking about casting soon? Oh, sweetie, why didn't you say so? It's a delight to meet you.
Of course it is.
Madeline turns back to the door.
Matthew.
Matthew?
Say this really
Don't-
exaggerated.
Tell me.
Do it really exaggerated.
Matthew? Don't tell me.
Haha.
A tall, slender figure appears at the door.
Yes, Mother.
Mother!
Mother! I clasp my hands over my mouth to keep from screaming. That shy kid is related to this woman? Madeline waves him over.
This is your new makeup artist, Sean Gooden. She works with Lloyd Newton. Isn't that exciting? Come greet her.
Matthew glides across the floor towards me. His steps are as perfect and precise as his mother's.
Hi?
I offer him a handshake. He takes my... What the fuck? He takes my hand in his and lifts it to his lips. With a gentle bow of his head, he kisses the back of my hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Gooden. I look forward to working with you.
Oh. He releases my hand slowly.
All right, now that introductions are out of the way, let's get to work.
Dale turns to Madeline.
Let's look over the plans for today's shoot, shall we? I'm sure Sean can handle her side of the job.
Madeline hesitates for a brief moment before following Dale to the shooting area. Is she still unsure about me? I turn to Matthew.
This way, I guess.
I'm in your capable hands.
What the fuck? It's like he's a different person. Matthew sits at the makeup station with a single fluid motion. He looks at me expectantly. I begin my work in silence. He sits calmly, following each of my requests to turn his head or close his eyes. Everything he does has a cool, polished air to it. Is this really the same guy who was tripping all over himself at the mall the other day? Should I strike up a conversation? Well, look, we're not trying to get his root. And his mom is here. So I feel like we should just work. Because I feel like she's gonna be mad if we don't work.
I think we should have a conversation.
Oh, really? Well, which one is more likely to embarrass him but not cost us the job? I feel like asking him about his girlfriend will make him shut up. I feel like talking about the mall might actually get us to, learn something.
Okay. Hey, about the other day?
What about it?
Matthew looks me in the eye coolly.
I just wanted to say sorry, you know? I mean, you seemed,
I wasn't.
Okay.
He glances at his reflection in the mirror.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
Thank you for your excellent work.
Matthew stands and silently returns to the shooting area. Well, that was a whole bunch of nothing. I follow, trying hard not to look too confused. Madeline is currently scrutinizing my work. After several agonizing seconds, she nods her approval. Dale looks visibly relieved. I get the feeling she's a hard woman to please. Matthew takes his place in front of the camera and poses with a practiced ease. Dale snaps a few photos and Matthew picks a new pose. Unlike Adam, Matthew needs no coaching from Dale. Every move he makes is elegant and comfortable. The photo shoot proceeds quickly with a sense of learned efficiency. Madeline occasionally calls out commands, but Matthew carries most of the power himself. In front of the camera, he looks so calm and in control. Wow, he really is a professional. Dale lowers his camera.
Take 5.
Matthew nods and leaves the set. Madeline takes the opportunity to approach me.
I love your work, honey. You're very talented for someone your age.
Thanks?
No wonder Lloyd chose you to work on his show. That's very exciting, isn't it?
I decide not to mention that I only worked with Lloyd because he was desperate. If she's choosing to extend an olive branch, I'll take it.
It was interesting.
I heard they don't have a full cast for the show yet. Did Lloyd mention who was handling the casting?
He hasn't said anything about it.
Madeline purses her lips thoughtfully.
Well, next time you see him, you might mention that Matthew is undergoing acting training.
I see your angle, lady.
Ha! And there's the sales pitch. I shrug.
Sure, next time I see him.
When am I ever going to see him again? Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha! Madeline's expression resembles that of a satisfied cat that has finally put a mouse out of its misery.
Oh, you are so sweet.
Matthew returns and Madeline immediately returns her attention back to him. Now that she's secured a promise from me, she ignores me for the rest of the photo shoot.
You're up on the mic again.
Oh, okay, I was leaning forward, sorry. Now that she's secured a promise from me, she ignores me for the rest of the photo shoot. Honestly, the lack of attention comes as a relief. The photo shoot draws to a close, and Madeline and Dale inspect the photos together. I return to the makeup station to gather my things and find Matthew there, picking up bits of loose trash and throwing them away. Oh, good boy.
Oh, hey, want some help with that? There he is!
There's my boy! Little cute little boy!
Boo 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 boo!
Little cute little Matthew! He turns to me and his face lights up red.
No, I can handle this.
So it is the same guy I met at the mall. He begins to fiddle with his vest, absent-mindedly buttoning and unbuttoning it. I'm
You
into
must
him!
be a terrible person.
Huh?
He casts his eyes towards the ceiling.
Well, when I'm in work mode, I get really focused, you know?
I do.
Oh, right. Sorry. I didn't do anything offensive, did I?
Aw. Weird, yeah, but not really offensive. Although I don't know why you treated me like a stranger.
Oh, Mom doesn't like it when I meet new people, especially girls. She thinks they'll only try to use me, so I kinda didn't tell her about you.
Well, now she's trying to use me.
Well, I have a guess where his fear of women comes from. Instilling a bunch of it's not exactly internalized misogyny, I don't know.
It's more like a phobia or aversion
Yeah.
through brainwashing and emotional abuse.
It's complicated and sad and I love him!
What about your girlfriend?
Nicole's an exception.
Is she the daughter of a famous director or something?
What? No.
Matthew frowned for a moment before realization hits.
She wanted you to introduce me to a director, didn't she?
Yeah. I don't know how to break it to you, but Lloyd's new show hasn't been greenlit yet. There's a good chance it won't even happen.
That's okay. I like modeling, but I've never been that interested in acting.
Oh, good. That saves me a guilt trip or two.
Matthew laughs.
You felt guilty?
Well, yeah, it's sort of like making a promise knowing I can't keep it. And I wouldn't want to get your hopes up for something I can't deliver.
That's nice of you. You're really nice.
So are you.
Oh, thanks.
Matthew, we're leaving now.
A brief look of panic flashes across Matthew's eyes.
I have to go.
Yeah, I know. Take care.
You too.
I can't wait to ruin him. Dale approaches me as I watch Madeline lead her son out the door.
Ah, congratulations. You survived.
It wasn't so bad.
He sighs and fiddles with his camera.
Madeline was a professional model for many years. She insists her children follow that path. And while I appreciate that she wants them to succeed, her stunning lack of trust in my skills is grating.
I think my connection with Lloyd mattered more to her than my actual abilities.
Hey, if it gets her to like you, then it gets her to like you. It's not easy to impress Miss Midnight herself.
Midnight?
Madeline Midnight, original face of the Midnight Cosmetics line.
That was the original Midnight girl? I use a lot of her products.
You and every other professional in this city. Anyway, good work today. Hope you don't mind if I call on you for future assignments.
Please do. Give me the
Do
moolah. I'd
Money,
be honored
money.
if you did.
Then I'll be seeing you around. Take care, Sean.
Later. Holy shit!
Whoa! Oh, hell
God damn!
I want that. Today was a good work day. I earned $300.
I could pay off my hospital bills with that.
That would be nice.
That's how much I have left to pay.
All right. You can work on it. Oh, God. It pits me against my favorite boys right after each other. I find Benny. I mean, I love Adam, but also, like, I've put Adam in the True Root section. So, like,
We're delaying our affection for him.
I'm trying to close myself off from him for now. I find Benito at one of the tables playing absent-mindedly with an empty coffee cup.
Hey.
He looks up and gives a quick salute.
Ciao.
What are you working on?
I'm not sure yet. It seems like I should be able to take advantage of the space between the bottom of the cup and the table.
What?
I think he means for a trick.
Well, yes, but I still don't really know what that means.
Like, he's gonna. This is obviously not what he means, but he's gonna, like, put a hole in the table and then a hole in the bottom of the cup, and then he'll put a rabbit in it. He turns the cup a few times over in his hands and finally sets it aside.
It'll come to me.
He reaches into his pocket and brings out a few worn bills.
Here's your payment for a job well done.
I accept the money from him and count it out quickly.
$75? Are you sure? I mean, you were working for free, weren't you?
There were still tips, and a promise is a promise. If it makes you feel that bad, consider it in advance.
They want you back?
Very much so. I got offered a regular gig.
Nice! Congratulations, you're moving up in the world.
My boy! He's growing! Benito casually brushes off the comment.
It's a start. Pay is merely decent. The biggest benefit is having a captive audience with a high turnover rate.
And deep pockets at a fancy pants hotel.
Good way to reach a lot of people from across the country, so it's a worthwhile trade-off.
Sounds like you've thought this through.
He nods and absent-mindedly returns to fiddling with the coffee cup.
It's one of several scenarios I've plotted for my career.
You planned this?
Not precisely. I considered it was a possibility, and I planned what I'd do if it came to pass.
So what's the big plan then?
Meet as many people as possible. Target the ones who look like they're media or social organizers.
Is Benito boring you?
No, I keep yawning it every time.
Continue to work the streets to expand opportunities. In other words, keep working. Don't slow down.
You gotta sleep, Benito. Please sleep. He nods, pleased with himself.
Everything is right on schedule. I don't know when they'll want me next, but I'll contact you.
Sounds good to me. Thank you. We have $500!
Jesus! And no, Benito is not boring me. I love him. Trust me, I do.